So today we're going to answer the question, can spray foam be sprayed over existing insulation? Now, this question really has a lot of answers. So let's start with an attic, for example. Now, most attics will have insulation put on the floor of the attic, either fiberglass or cellulose usually. And a lot of homeowners will ask, well, can you just spray right over that? And could we? Yes. The problem is it wouldn't be an effective job for a couple reasons. One, if it's fiberglass and we spray over that fiberglass, it'll lay on it fine. One thing though is you can potentially trap moisture between the drywall and the spray foam, because that spray foam again is going to be an air seal. And then you have that fiberglass in there that is not, so you can get moisture that could travel up, get trapped in there, and then it could saturate the fiberglass. So that's one thing. Now with cellulose also, if you tried to spray foam over cellulose, you could, but it would be a very, very messy process for the installers. One thing is when it sprays out, spray foam comes out, not a crazy high air pressure, but enough to certainly kick up all that cellulose and make a mess all over the attic. So that wouldn't work well in that case at all. Usually in an attic, 9 times out of 10, the best thing to do is always to remove that insulation and then spray onto a fresh, clean surface. The other thing is, if there's existing insulation and you're able to get it out of there, I always recommend to do that, because now all that existing insulation that could have, years and years of dust, potentially mold or mildew, anything left over by pests or rodents, you want to get that out of there, because anything that's in there could be a potential health issue. We always recommend to get it out. Now, crawl spaces are essentially the exact same circumstances. Can it physically be sprayed over? Usually, but it's not a good idea because of the reasons I mentioned before. Same thing in a crawl space and an attic. Now, for walls, if you have existing walls that are finished off on the inside, either drywall, paneling, anything you have, and then the outside obviously will have siding, brick, or any kind of exterior. Now, this typically can be done. Foam insulation can be put in with existing insulation in walls usually. Most of the time it's going to be fiberglass bats, and when the injection foam goes in, what will happen is that fiberglass will get compressed and then the foam will fill up the rest of the space inside the cavity. Okay, so it works a lot better that way. Even if there's fiberglass in the cavity, sometimes that can be removed relatively easily, and then the foam will just fill up the rest of the space inside the cavity. If the fiberglass is really old, broken up, or if there just wasn't a lot inside the cavity, the foam can still be pumped in, and then again it will spread that fiberglass and fill up the rest of the space in the cavity. So like I said, it's a question that we get a lot. It has several different answers. Most of the time, if you can get the existing insulation out, it's always better to do that. Don't forget, guys, if you found this information helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop us a comment, tell us about a situation that you had where existing insulation was taken out of the house. And always hit that bell so you get all the notifications. If you like more of this video and you want to see more of this, go to our channel. We got all the videos, or at least some of them. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. Seriously, this production is not cheap. We have to pay like 4 people to make this happen. I didn't wake up looking this good.